come and spread that pollen. And what the pollination does is it awakens the potential in those other fruits and flowers and vegetables. Similarly, everyone, we have our negative side and our positive side. There's always darkness and light. We need each other to go into the well where we can draw hope. And then wherever we go, we actually have the power to spread that hope. A fly, for instance, may be seeking unclean places. And therefore, wherever they go, they may be spreading disease. So this idea of looking to the light, looking to the positive,
प्रभु भगवान ही केंद्र बिंदु है। सब जीव एक दूसरे को प्रेम करते हैं, भगवान को बीच में रखकर प्रेम करते हैं, भगवान को सेवा देते हैं। इसलिए प्रहलाद ने ऐसे
that hope, that spiritual connection, when we seek people who inspire that hope, people who awaken within us that happiness, people who give us a positive dimension in life and help us to see how trifling and insignificant so many of our worries and stresses really are in comparison to the holistic picture of what really matters, the essence. Seeking through the books we read, through the types of entertainment we have, and through a regular spiritual practice. When we put some special time aside every day to make that connection within ourselves, to taste that essence of who we really are, and find joy there, then we have a gift, the most beautiful gift that we can share with others in this world, especially in these turbulent times. If a house has a strong foundation, in sunny days or in the most turbulent storms, the house stands and gives everyone shelter who are within that house. But if the house does not have a strong foundation, and the foundation cannot be seen with the eyes, it's supporting everything that can be seen, then when a storm comes, the house may crumble and cannot give shelter to anyone, but rather could cause pain to others. So how it is important that internally we help each other to have a strong inner foundation. The nature of life is sometimes we do not have control over how people behave or circumstances. But we do have some control of how we respond to situations. Our intentions in our response. And also we have the choice to prepare ourselves for these sunny and stormy times in order to respond in a positive, healthy, and compassionate way. People need shelter. We need the shelter of food. We need the shelter of housing. We need the shelter of medicine. But internally, there's another shelter that everyone is seeking. It's the shelter of happiness. Happiness gives us shelter, even in difficult times. Ananda Mayobhyashat, that everyone is seeking the essence of pleasure. Where are we looking for our pleasure? This is really what determines the quality of our life and the legacy we leave behind. Some are seeking the shelter of pleasure in money, in fame, in power, in sex, in many limitless possibilities. And some are seeking shelter in goodness, in kindness, and in God's grace. Ultimately, love is the only principle that gives true happiness to the heart. To love and to be loved. Nityasiddha Krishna Prema Sajja Kabunoi. This means that this love is inherent within everyone. It's our nature. It is our essence. We are the spirit, the living force whose nature is to love and to be loved, whose nature is to be instrument of a higher compassion in our lives. And what greater opportunity is there to recognize this, to prioritize this, and to seek this in times of turbulence. Hope is a natural quality that sustains life. A little baby, tiny baby, when in a difficult situation, cries. That cry for the mother or someone to come, is there because that little baby has hope that the mother will come to give me love, to give me food, to give me shelter. A tree in the northern provinces, in the winter time, when everything is covered with snow, there's not a single leaf or flower on many of the trees. That tree has patience and a natural, inherent hope. Hope for the springtime to come. And the potential of that tree to blossom with leaves, flowers, sometimes fruit, is there. There's an enthusiasm to grow and a patience for the right time. And when the sun shines brighter and warmer, then how beautiful is springtime. So many flowers, so many leaves, so many fruits are sprouting, blossoming. It's a celebration of hope. Some time back, I was in the Middle East, in the country of Bahrain, giving some talks. And I was brought by some friends to an extraordinary place. We drove into a desert where there was no life to be seen anywhere, just sand. And in this desert, it's normally 100, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And there is a tree. It's a huge tree, full with green leaves. It's been there for over 100 years. They call it the tree of life. Where does that tree get water from? There's no bodies of waters, there's no rivers that anyone can see for miles and miles and miles around. But somehow or other, even in those most difficult situations where there's sandstorms and heat storms, that tree just keeps growing. And in doing so, is showing us